Right now, just AT infantry could easily push up and force it back. Panzer IV doing that up north. AT Overwatch. Ram! Ram! Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and today I'm covering a 2v2 on the map. Wait, what is the map? Oh, Eindhoven country. Should have known. Anyway, we got C Blanco versus Yellow versus Colossal and Alvadi, I think. Okay, so we got these guys, one Soviet, one American, versus was it one OKW, one austere. Playtime. Let's check that real quick. It's pretty good. I would say really good, but again, that rank doesn't matter, just overall shows playtime. What really shows is if they do stuff like this, where they put a tank trap here for the benefit themselves, and then barbed wire so the enemy has a real rough time with taking that position and getting some cover. Meanwhile, OKW moving in with a Kubel to try to push back through his echelon. We have Pathfinders on the field of battle, which some might say is some of the most powerful units in CoH2. We shall see if that is actually the case. But if you have a video showcasing what you believe to be the most powerful unit in Company of Heroes 2, or the least powerful, and using it effectively or not, submit it to my Gmail or Discord down below and I'll take a look. But if you want to support the video, I will ask if you can do me a small favor and hit like and subscribe on the video. It helps out immensely and it helps my channel grow. So thank you very much. Anyway, let's get to this game. So we got ourselves two things. German mechanized, so a lot of nice armor buffs, spotting, etc. We also have elite armored. Again, more armor buffs. Very good. And one artillery, one assault artillery. So works out. Grenadier focused by Alvadi. I'm just going to say Cossack, even though I know that's not. But anyway, Volk squads and Sturm. Looks like pushing in the castle. Soviets going to have a rough time with those engineers. But the penals could be good. If Sturms get close, they get Satchel, though it might be a few seconds before they get that. More penals coming on in. Sturm Pioneer out in the open, while penals have more medium to long range, so they can shred him from afar. Pretty nice. Penals actually backing up, and a Scout Car coming into play. Again, early game Scout Car can be effective. OKW maybe a little less so because of the AT component, but again, they don't get a Panzerfaust, whereas the Grenadiers for the austere get Panzerfaust, but if the enemy has MGs and stuff like that, which is the austere is more prone to MG spamming, then it becomes a little bit more or a little easier to focus. Speaking of focusing, Pathfinders, yeah, they're just shredding those Grenadiers. It's not even an easy fight. Grenadiers losing so much health, and the Pathfinders have lost nothing. So maybe a good rifle grenade, but overall it looks like Pathfinders are losing most of their health and men, while the Pathfinder's losing very little. Kubel trying to assist, but looks like Alvadi is sent packing by Blanco. Again, this guy using Pathfinders quite well. Again, Barfinders I expect would be next. That's when you upgrade your men with additional upgraded guns, bars. And in this case, you also drop equipment to get an MG, an AT gun, etc. thanks to being airborne. So if you want to keep the pressure going, you can. Plus, they're camouflaged, so we can ambush enemy targets as well with his camouflage. So, hey, not too bad, right? Scout Car as well moving on in. It looks like the allies are going in for the cutoff, and it will work. Axis forces have effectively neutralized two positions here on the right and left, cutting off the Axis entirely from getting any resources. 10-16 is the current total. Axis could quickly take that back, but it'll still be a nuisance for them as the allies slowly regain territory that they've been kept out of, such as on the right. Penal should beat these Volk squads, and on the left with Pathfinder's echelon grabbing that territory. Scout Car looks like it's being hit by Volk and the 221. You know, that's a lot of fire coming his way, but hold on. Will the Penal actually do something? No, he doesn't have a satchel, so I'm not sure. I guess he's just there to hold the line. He is using, or I guess he's attempting to use cover? I'm not sure. 221 does get pulled back, but does at least get, you know, some bonuses with the veterancy, so that's good. And again, just give you a quick idea of what it is. We can go through, and it gets a lot of nice bonuses as it gets higher and higher up its veterancy. So, pretty damn cool. on the right-hand side, the Kubel is trying to push back the Penals, but they move to cover, so Kubel not going to win that fight. This isn't Company Force 3, where, and I love the unit ability, where if there's units in cover, there's a special that can be used to, like, just, you know, remove that and hurt them. That's pretty cool. Now, Kubel, really great at getting stuff out in the open, not so great when things are in cover. And again, Pathfinders and this captain getting close range on this. People forget about that little Thompson. Did quite a lot and forced him back. So, Volk Squad's coming in. Looks like he has 3 now with that 2-2-1. Unless he throws the satchel, which even I wouldn't because there's too many men. You'll be shredded before he can maybe throw it. Yeah, just pull back. Allied forces have taken territory, but Axis are counterattacking and have a lot more in better positions. Like, they're just forcing themselves up. Additional armor got put on that thing thanks to the upgrade. Flamethrower has been gotten. And again, needs to watch out. Volk Squads have STG-44s. And they have fouls, right? So they are much more prone to murdering both infantry and that armor alike. So we'll see if the allies do. Nice flamethrower, though. Puts the Volk in their place. Send them packing. Grenadiers moving on in. And yeah, just absolutely shredding with their MG42s. Again, Pathfinder's busy over here versing vehicles. Not exactly going to be an easy fight, right? As that 2-2-2 will easily help with the 2-2-1 shred infantry. And again, get all sorts of nice little bonuses as it hits Vet 2. Alright, Volk Squads, though, are back at base. Medical, though, is going to be operational, so it provides medics to heal his men. Good job there. Austria has no medical facility, so I have to rely on the OKW. The Americans typically have a base with an ambulance, and the Soviets will have their native upgrades. So right now, it looks like the Austria, if we're looking at long-term damage over health, might be a little bit might be delayed or at fault, right? Because they might have to walk over somewhere and heal, or they might just forget and go forth with weaker infantry. Pino running through the door. It's like King Kong, the official game. You run through as the T-Rex tries to bite you and can't get through. But still gets put down by the 2-2-1. But Scout Car coming with BTRS rifles. Now there's 2 vehicles. Might be issue if the 2-2-2 keeps firing from a range and the 2-2-1 takes the hits. But he's pushing forward. Can use his speed. Again, I want to point this out. You can do that, so it's less likely to be hit. But 2-2-1 doesn't need it. Scout Car doesn't need it, as the 2-2-3, because he got the upgrade, goes down thanks to the rifles. Great counter by Yellow, which also, by the way, went defensive tactics, so a lot of heavier equipment will be brought up. Probably want to man those with engineers to make them cheap if they get decrewed. We have a Teller mine there for light vehicles, but so far the allies have yet to get out any light armor sufficient enough to where... I mean, I hope he doesn't die on the Scout Car, because that would be a lot of resources for something very light, but hey, at least you get something. So it's not entirely, you know, too bad. But again, it would be like, it's overkill. It's very much overkill. It's like throwing a satchel on a vehicle that can't see and can't move. It's like, I mean, yeah, we could do it, or we could just keep firing with our rifles and just put it out. But the Scout Car has been enough of a nuisance to where he's gotten 2 2-2-2s. Maybe a 4-4-4? No, but still, a lot of light vehicle. And again, those light vehicles can be given spotting scopes, so it can extend their sight even more, right? So, it can be very, very good. Anyway, they're going to fire, but AT gun is going to force that 2-2-2 back. But again, it's the lighter variety. I did say they get a lot of heavier equipment. Defensive Doctrine also gets this light AT gun. It's fine. It's better than what it was, but I still don't think it's great. Skippy, I played a game with him recently where he got 4 of these things and still had a really rough time with any sort of armor. And essentially, if you're having trouble versing Panzer IVs with 4 of them, when I think 2 Zis guns would be more than capable. But whatever. Bazooka team is wait, did he give his Pathfinder? He did. Why the fuck would you do that? Whatever, they have bazookas. I mean, the AT gun gets a good shot on the 2-2-2. Oh my god. Oh. Well, I mean, bazookas in the 45 neutralized it. Good shots across the board. AT gun proving me wrong. I'll gladly be proven wrong. I didn't realize the Pathfinders have bazookas, but look, they're not like paratroopers where they get the bonus with them, right? They don't have that, but I guess it's because of the accuracy of the bazooka. I guess with it, you could definitely make sure they hit, where a lot of AT gun shots tend to veer off and miss. So, hey, if it works, it works. Right now, that 50 cal, working pretty damn well. Pushes back the Volk squads, and the Volk here are going to capture the victory point. Right now, the allies are the ones that are down, but Axis, again, taking some severe losses with the light armor biting it. They did kill the scout car. It looks like the teller got it, so I guess that was... you know what? At least you got it. That's what I'll say. You got him. You got the bastard that killed your units, and you're using his corpse to help you get additional resources. So, hey, that works. 2 Obel Sedan squads coming on out. Again, I feel like you're lacking AT, which could be a big issue if you don't get a Rakettenwerfer sooner than later, especially after 10 minutes. That's usually my given rule, have AT around the 10-minute mark. You could definitely see like the 222s at 6, so be careful there, but general rule is you're absolutely gonna need it after 10 minutes. 50 cal lays down to hopefully stop that Gren blob from moving on in. Again, it is funny how the Pathfinders have a bazooka. Oh, they do have the bar. Okay, so they have each. They have a bar and they have the bazooka. So I guess the bazookas could be good to remove cover, but again, 45mm using high explosive rounds, hilarious. Grenadier gets forced back. 3 more with MG42 still lie around the corner. Penal shredding the Sturm in good cover. Excellent job there. Penal's having a bit more rough time versus the Obel Sedan, given they have AT rifles, and you have Obel Sedan with LMG, so they do remove the cover, so that's a good use of AT at least right there. So the Obel Sedan are now out of cover. One issue though. Oh, good satchel. No, sorry, a good bundle. Satchel, you got a model, but still. Even though it's funny, you think of these big anti-tank rifle that if you fire it at a person, it'll make him explode, like kind of like the British sniper. Nah, it does very little. Anyway, Volk squad placing cover. You saw the AT gun right there revealing it. They fire and kind of miss. Great. Now it is hitting the Volk squad now. And that makes sense. You want to target the unit that's building something because that will do the most damage to that unit, right? So, you know, hurting Peanut quite a bit. I'll just say Peanut because I'm like, that's not his name. But anyway, Rear Echelon and Pathfinders moving on in, and you know they're doing pretty well. They're again, Volk squad has no cover. He wasn't able to beat that. So, that, you know, positive, negative, I guess. So Peanut is still spreading out his men though, taking the right-hand side. Left, it looks like the Grens are having a bit of an issue. Pack gun is made, so at least he has AT. But Ovadi just doesn't really have any support. No mortars, no MGs. So he's really fighting just straight up frontline infantry. And there isn't that many Pathfinders. I will give it that. Pathfinders are not being used in mass. There's only 2 of them and a captain. So really, it's like the other stuff, like the 50 cals and everything else. They're just kind of blocking a lot of the inbound routes of infantry and making sure that when they're pinned, Pathfinders move in for the kill. And really, it's just difficult, especially for a group of Grenadiers to move on in. So Pathfinder's just picking them off as they try to separate to get around the MGs. Again, pretty good. Divide and conquer. And right now, the Americans conquering. Except for even Blanco trying to get around. That will do quite a bit. 3 models because they're grouped up together. Very nice. But Pathfinders will come on in. He's still being suppressed. Probably will retreat with the 50 cal, but still, American forces continue to advance. Mortar carriage on the field. I think that's the first, like, actual, like, armored vehicle that we're seeing that's at least greater than a 222 or, you know, scout cars, right? This mortar carriage pretty solid. Hopefully can hit any infantry. We have a command tank, which, okay, not bad. But remember, the command tank, well, definitely providing bonuses to infantry. Not so great against other vehicles, although it is pretty solid against other infantry, right? But also we have a T-34, so yeah, typically that short barrel is not going to do too much. Going to try to run over the Obel Sedan, luckily retreats. Cover's destroyed though, so the Obel Sedan can't use that in the future. Wait. Oh, there goes some infantry. T-34 forced the Volk away. AT gun is up and running, but I think that cover might be an issue. And does hit, but alas, now outside the... He's backing up into it. Never mind. Hits it again. Another pack gun coming over. Panzer quarters is up, so infantry will have a rough time pushing that area. AT gun being forced on by the Stern Pioneer. Mortar carriage should probably move over to assist, but I guess they're focused on the Grenadiers. Remember, Pathfinders do not have any grenades or anything like that. So they're not paratrooper squad that can chuck a grenade or a demo or anything like that. You're simply going to be fighting mano-a-mano, while the Grenadiers can rifle grenade you and cause a lot of damage very quickly. Alright, so T-34 took heavy hits. We need to pull back. AT gun is lined up ready to go, so if the command tank continues to chase, the M1 will fire around the hedges and force him back. And yeah, command tank does have a smoke shell we can deploy, but it does require munitions, which Alvadi does not have. Again, he can also heal thanks to his commander, and has spotting scope, so we can see pretty damn far when he's not moving. That's the thing. He has to not move for him to get that extended range. Grenadier squad moving on in against the captain, which has the bazooka. He can destroy the cover, but again, it's not going to be as effective against these Grenadiers with MG42s that can outrange him. The AT guns, on the other hand, will easily put this command tank in its place. Caches have been placed down by the Germans to help with their resources, and yeah, they're keeping up with the Soviets and the Americans respectively, but munition-wise is where the Allies are really excelling. Again, we have this light AT gun that's been decrewed. Grenadiers making a big push on the left. Alvadi really trying. Meanwhile, a small push by Volk in mid. Oh, wait, backed up by a Dushka. All right, that's a nice steal. When you get a heavier machine gun, as the OKW, I might add, who typically are, you know, they have to get the, what is it called, the MG34. This is fine, but compared to the MG42, you want the 42. All right, so 50 cal though. Well, curious to see how they. I'm assuming the Dushka would win. Oh, Panzer IV though. That's going to be an issue, especially if this guy keeps deploying the. Oh, wait, hold on. The Soviet got a American AT gun. Interesting. With it and bazooka fire, Panzer IV is forced back. He did use heat rounds. Was he trying to kill the AT gun? No, he hits the infantry and gets a great shot. Again, for reference, it does do more damage and penetration, so... Okay, cool. If it works, it works. And by God, those heat rounds worked. AT gun trying to kill the other M1. Doesn't get a chance to. Gets recruited. That T-34 is very ballsy for charging by itself with very low amounts of health against armor that technically just got additional, like, you know, it got upgraded, right? It does additional damage and can pen easier. But no, Yellow decides T-34 is the way to go. And I know why. Because if he slams into a Panzer IV and then calls AT Overwatch, that Panzer IV is probably going to die very quickly, especially if he has no engine, right? Even if he's stunned, the AT could come down so quickly, he's absolutely dead. So, curious to see how that goes. We have 3 penals, and again, penals do get upgrades to the last man, so they do get some buffs, right? But against the Obasadan, that's going to be a tough fight. Right now, Peanut looking pretty solid with all his infantry, and now support equipment. He has the Dushka, the Dushka, 2 Raketenwerfers, and also the Sturm and Panzer IV. So he's looking pretty solid. The American has 2 mortar carriages. I find that a little bit, not try hard, but maybe short-sighted is the better terminology. He has plenty of AT. Let me be very clear, right? He has the M1s. He has the 50 cals, Pathfinder's captain, a major, which is using the reinforced very close to the front. Not saying he doesn't have AT. I'm not saying he doesn't have anti-infantry, and the mortar carriages don't fit that role. I'm just saying I think a Sherman might be beneficial for him to get closer because, again, Alvadi still doesn't have a ton of AT. So if he wants to get high explosive rounds and even smoke and run this over, or, you know, get toe-to-toe against that other things, hey, that works. Pathfinders just bit it thanks to the command tank. Both AT guns missed. Although mortar carriage is doing quite a lot. Also, again, with the Sherman, you have additional health versus AT and other things that will keep them in the fight a little bit longer than the mortar carriages, which, once they see that Panzer IV, need to pull back, whereas Sherman won't. But hey, we'll see. I'll be wrong, and these things will have 50 kills apiece. M1s get some great shots, but a Werfer comes in, kills 1. It does. Killing the AT gun saved it, and this guy did not. And because that one was the veteran one, he could have used extended sight, but with him dead, yeah, that's not going to happen. 50 cal covers the dead body, though, so the Pioneers can't crew it as they're, you know, they're suppressed, so they can't recrew it. Panzer IV, though, looks to be gearing up and pushing along the right, killing the Soviet AT gun that was Lend-Leased. So, T-34 backing on up. Another T-34 need repairs. Penals are all being reinforced. This bad call-in of the AT Overwatch. I get it's forcing the Panzer IV back, but there's no kill. You're not going to kill it. So, without the kill, it's not really worth calling in all that artillery. Paratroopers have been deployed, though, so, again, Blanco's not going down without a fight, and he wants to make sure that he brings in the best units possible. With the 1919s, they can go toe-to-toe versus Naval Sedan and help shred a lot of units from afar. Out in the field with no cover, yeah, Volk squads might have a bit of advantage there for the time being and force the unit back. Captain, though, moves on in. Mortar carriage is opening fire. Left-hand side, Ovadi, again, boosting his Grenadiers, is moving in for a counterattack. 3 Grenadiers with MG42s now pushing up that hill to take it. Victory point-wise, again, the Allies are still down. So, I'm just not sure. But Werfer's firing, maybe on the 50 cal, does actually hit and kill. Werfer, look, I just did a whole game where the artillery was absolutely, I don't say atrocious, but the counter-artillery and the use of Werfers was not as good for the Germans as it was for the Allies. In this case, Ovadi's been on the mark with his Werfer strikes. Great job there. Paratrooper squad to recruise it. Hey, at least you got it. Rough grenades, though, try to kill it before he can retreat. Looks like he will. Almost looked like he threw it in front of him and then picked it up again. That was fun. Mortar carriages open fire on the infantry. They will pull back. Again, that defensive bonus by this command tank really helping out. Again, it might be 10%, but it does really, really assist and make sure units stay alive, right? All right. The Grenadiers, though, moving on in and grab the territory. Bringing the Allies, let's see. No, actually, Allies are still ahead thanks to Yellow's push on the right. Panzer IV weakened. This is where, if you really want to sacrifice the T-34 and ram it and then call an AT Overwatch, that would be the goal. Hold on. Nice kill. Knocked out the AT gun. Needs to watch out because this will hurt the armor. And there's a Panther coming on in. Also, now we can't use the AT. Don't ram! Don't run! Run, T-34. You can't fight that. Gonna try to use cover to his advantage and get out using the... Hold on. Hold on. Panther seeing the penals. And again. Oh, why would you go? Oh, please pull back. Don't die. Penals have the satchel. They actually get it! Oh! Nice job. Both the Panzer IV and the Panther are, well, heavily injured. Both critted via the engine, and both are just standing there. If he did have AT Overwatch, now would be the time to bring it in. You ram a T-34, get consistent sight, and then you just let hell be let loose. Would be risky because the Panzer headquarters, they can still fire and kill the T-34, but still, it would be very bad. Luckily, engine repair is going to get rid of that crit for the Panzer IV, and the Panther just gets healed by the Sturm Pioneer squad. Both T-34s need repairs. Actually, I'm kind of interested. Did a T-34 die? Yeah, we did lose one. Okay. So, the armor advantage, 100% goes to Peanut. Peanut has better armor. It's just how do you use AT Overwatch? That is the question. How do you use that such potent ability? And if you can kill both the Panzer IV and the Panther with both T-34s and neutralize both, that's a good trade. That's a great trade in my book. But again, if you can kill both without losing either, even better. I would say the American would be great to bring into that, but they have AT guns. Might be a little bit more difficult to bring in very quickly. Werfer does still hit, actually, the 50 cal and AT gun. But yeah, no, great job. Let's see, what are we looking at? Panther having a rough time. Paratroopers, they don't have AT, but I guess just like, yeah, we're not dealing with it. Or no, you still, what are you doing with that Panther? Up, M1 is going to decide. He needs to go and force that unit back after a great shot. T-34 pushing on the right. Half injured. We could see heat rounds, which would put it down. By the way, 19 kills, pretty solid. Sorry, someone was texting. I'm like, not right now. Anyway, Satchel gets the AT gun, but there's still another remaining. We got third T-34, and we got another M1, again, provided to the Soviets. What the F are the mortar carriages going in? I think you thought that was going to be a different fight. What is happening? AT Overwatch in effect, but there's nothing snaring this. M1 firing on the Panther, but it dives. There's no snare. The American has no snare, but a mine! But he's outside range. Volk Squad diving on in by itself. Panzer IV gets away. Panther will not, nor will the mortar carriage. Can we kill? All right, Paratrooper Squad, run. Can we kill the Volk? That would be a big win if this T-34 can kill the Volk and even the 50 cal. Volk goes down! Again, I thought he had 2 additional Volk squads, so now down to 1. 2 of Sedan still remain. A T-gun moving over in case that T-34 dived, which it did not. Werfer coming in, killing the 50 cal. Both sides taking heavy losses. T-34 opening fire on the Grenadier squad. Great job by that T-34, but pack guns could finish it off. Miss? Nope, it'll escape. Wonderful counterplays by both sides. Double Werfer now for Ovadi. Could be dived on, needs to worry about that, but T-34s are forced back for the time being. All 3 lived, and the Panther died. Oh, that's not a good trade at all. Peanut in a rough spot. Again, has fuel, just no manpower. The manpower to get his men back up to the front was using pretty much everything he had. It's going to be like a couple minutes before he's able to get armor of any variety. Mortar carriage opening fire in mid. T-34, not sure what it's doing, but there's enough AT right now where a lot of armor may not necessarily be the correct decision in this game. A Katusha might be beneficial. And you know what? That will absolutely, like, shut down my Sherman recommendation for the front. There's too much AT. Sherman would have a real rough time. Mortar carriages, though, can snipe from farther, so I can see it being effective. Oh, Werfer being effective, killing the unit on retreat. T-34 might attempt to dive on in, but again, great play by Ovadi, forcing his Werfers back to base every time they fire, so that way the T-34 can't go in for a simple dive. American forces have been incredibly drawn down to the point where he got Jackson to deal with the armor. Panzer IV using heat rounds to drive the Jackson away. Pack guns are on standby. Hate to be that Jackson if the pack guns open fire. Could be a very quick kill. T-34's open fire. T-34's open fire on the Grenadiers with Cannon Werfer on standby. Pathfinders and paratroopers moving on in. American still's a decent force, but the Germans have a bigger force right now, and that's the problem. Captain open fire on the 50 cal. I'm sorry, the Dushka. Where is there any 50 cal left? No, they all died. Grenadier gets hit by the mortar carriage, up to 9 kills. But command tank up to 9 kills. AT gun drives the command tank back. Still a line of AT. Infantry, though, is a little bit weakened. If Blanco had more men, he could absolutely push forward, covered by AT, and also drive this back. Not keep them spread out thanks to the Werfer, but still could be very good. Werfer's doing a barrage on this AT gun, right? Huh? Oh, where he's going too! But AT gun turns to the right, gets out of there, does not Prometheus it. I hate the fact that that movie, to me, is only being... I only remember it thanks to the running scene, but... I mean, yeah. That's the only thing I do remember of that movie. Of any notes. I looked gorgeous, but it has lots of great actors. But yeah, that running scene is the only thing that is memorable from it, other than like the operation scene. That was just like terrifying. But anyway, Dushka set up, so good job there, and a Dushka for the OKW2. Again, both sides have Dushkas, but one has veteran C, I guess. Anyway, German one sent back. Penal's on standby with the T-34. Again, I'm assuming Peanut's gonna save up for a Sturm Tiger. That way he can deal with a lot of the heavier infantry. 3 T-34s lay on the front though, and again, Raketenwerfers are in mid. So the northern sector is kind of open. If the T-34s push hard and fast, they could do a lot of damage. Unfortunately, Blanco is being forced back by the amount of artillery and forces here. And Ovadia is a Panther that could respond to assist Peanut if necessary. Mortar carriage hoping to hit the Grenadier in mid. We have 2 of them, plus the Jackson getting healed. Might be able to kill the Grenadier. No. Grenadier survives. Grenadier's pushing, though, along the left hook, leaving it wide open for a Ovadi to advance. Hold on. T-34s and Penals push back. Peanut's attempt in the castle area. Kenwerfer forced back thanks to the Penal. I don't know if he'll advance. P-47s, though, come in on the Panther. It doesn't do too much to the Panther. It does hurt the pack a little bit. AT forces the T-34 back. The other one hits the AT gun, forcing it back. I love the Panzer IV bouncing off the T-34's front. That's fun. But, again, good AA mode activated for the Panzer Headquarters to shoot down the P-47s. That allows the Allies to take mid. And right now, it's about 50-point difference, but that will help them tick down and give them a little bit of time to make the VPs a little closer. Army-wise, Axe is still greater, but the Allies are slowly building up. I still think a Katusha would be better for yellow to neutralize a lot of the Gren blobs and the pack line and everything like that. The Axe has done a decent job of spreading out, but still, I think a Katusha would be better than another T-34. Are we gonna ram? I hope not. There's decent AT in the sector. You won't survive long enough to get it. Penals pull back, so the Panther has nothing stopping a push. M1, though, is lined up in case he does. T-34s could do some damage, though. He's focused outside the castle, not in. T-34s push back the Vet-5 Volk. Runs into the 50 cal. They're going to move on in. Tight corridor. This is where Katusha would be so effective. But alas, T-34s have to use main gun. Kenwerfers will open fire, though. T-34 could be in a pickle. Down to very low health. Last shot will not be fired, and T-34 does escape with 2 engineers that can heal it, though. Right now, just AT infantry could easily push up and force it back. Panzer IV doing that up north. AT Overwatch. Ram! Ram! And there's additional support equipment. He's shell-shocked, though. AT coming on in. He's going to try to heal. Oh, no. Sorry. He used artillery on this to try to make sure he doesn't die. Hold on. No engine crit. He's able to escape. And he pulls out AT gun, unable to finish him off. He could use extended, but he doesn't. And there goes 2 T-34s thanks to the Panther and AT, though 1 AD gun was killed. Not worth the trade. Didn't even get the Panzer IV, and it survived. On the left-hand side, though, we have a good amount of Grenadiers. Again, they've done it. He's managed to actually keep them alive, and I do find it hilarious the fact there's Penals with bars. But great job by Ovadi keeping his men alive, and good job by Peanut for keeping his Panzer IV alive. Again, it was kind of a chance. If you would have gotten the crit engine, it probably would have died, but still, calling in the artillery to make sure the AT gun couldn't just fire consistently, I think it was a good move. Jackson tries to engage the Panther, but has a rough time with the Panther diving it, using heat rounds for additional penetration and damage. T-34 trying to help, but again, has trouble penetrating the Panther's front armor. Double infantry units moving on in with Obel Sadat and Vet 3 and 4 respectively. 30 kills on one and 20 on the other. Let's see. Command tank opening fire on a paratrooper squad. On the Pathfinder. Paratrooper moving on in. Hold on. Here comes the P-47s. If they hit the Werfer, that could be an issue. I think it'll hit the command tank, which would be a good kill. No, the Panther? Alright, whatever. Smoke round goes down. And so too does the American Air Force. That Panzer IV is now being focused on. No AT Overwatch, now for another 15 seconds. If I'm these T-34s, hold on! Panther, once again, has bad luck. Gets satcheled. He absolutely will have engine crit. If they could ram the Panzer IV and then do AT Overwatch, that could be a double kill for the Soviets, and he needs that. Air Force is currently keeping the German forces on the left side occupied. If I'm him, I take the risk. I move in. Oh, there's 2, but AT is now moving on in. He had it, but you know what? The Panther, because he did not be engaged, was able to do an engine crit and heal himself, right? So, there was nothing stopping it from repairing and keeping the damage on. So, you know what? Good call that a yellow didn't do it. But, it was looking like he could have took out 2, but alas. Maybe the AT Overwatch would have went into effect, maybe, but, still. Again, the Soviet did take some losses. Getting another T-34, again, I feel like... I feel like Peanut is learning your tactics, and unless you get lucky, maybe, but again, I don't think you can rely on luck. You're not Master Chief, right? You have to rely on something else than just luck. Even though Master Chief is proficient in every arm known to man, or, you know, also with super advanced armor, among other things. Unless you're in the TV show, but we don't talk about that. Anyway, Penal's moving on in. Gonna put some pressure on that Volkswagen, send it back. I love the fact he has a bar. That's just incredible in my eyes. Again, I'll give credit to the Allies. They managed to take over the victory point lead, but again, I don't know how long they can keep that going. Double Jackson, though, will drive any armor the Germans throw them away. Paratroopers are holding mid quite effectively, though Grenadiers are getting bonuses, and not only Vet 3, but also the command tank still. With 17 kills, nothing to sneeze at, providing support against the Paratrooper squad. Gets great kit, and now up to Vet 2, which allows him additional armor and additional rotation speed, so pretty damn good. AT gun will fire, again, doesn't have the most amount of resources, but the extended sight may not be so bad to, you know, keep putting shots. And hell, but looks like Jackson's and this AT gun will be under fire here in a second. No, he actually thought the AT was going to move up. T-34, possibly going to pounce. Gets actually a penetrating shot, but the Panzer 4 gets up to Vet 5 now. Damn. Pretty good. We have AT Overwatch in effect, but they're going to escape! Why would you call it in there? I mean, Panther's still in range. If you ram it, sure. Didn't know what to do. Satchel, the Penals are back. That'd be hilarious if on his last shot while dying he killed the Panzer 4. But no, Panzer 4 escapes. Again, I'm not sure what the goal was there for the AT Overwatch. Just a bad play. And he's not dumb enough to fall for a satchel, though he is suppressed by the 50 cal. Or the Dushka, sorry. American attack is now coming in. Maybe Blanco comes in for the win. Double Jackson puts down. No, he's moved over to the right. He's not in a position to take advantage of the pack guns being neutralized. Oh my god. And here comes the Werfer shots. Firing across the front. Doesn't hit anything. They retreat, but still. Double Jackson's really putting pressure. Even killing this pack gun would have been instrumental. But alas, they were repositioned to the right, and that was a bad call by Blanco. We just wasn't able to take advantage of Alvadi's weakened state. Grenadiers, though, are healing back at base. He does have a medical facility. I should have mentioned that earlier, but kind of got tangled up with every other confrontation happening in this 2v2. Pack guns are now recruited. I will say, even though that Yellow's been having a rough time, he's doing a good job of keeping Peanut on his toes. Though, Peanut has AA. He still has a good force. Maybe not as many as he would have liked, but he still has 3 very solid frontline infantry forces and good support. 50 cal, Dushka shredding the other Dushka. Panzer 4, though, coming on in, driving him away. Werfer comes in, hits the AT gun. Doesn't kill it, though very, very close. Building goes down. Grenadiers, though, taking mid. Again, very close in the victory point department. Dushka trying to run, gets put down by the Panzer 4. No AT for you. Jackson's, though, moving on in. Very risky, because we know there's double AT. One got sent back. The other one's pulling back. Panzer 4 gets a shot at Jackson for the Jackson's return fire. T-34 moving on in. They want this Panzer 4 dead. T-34 is going for the ram. At this point, I feel like you need to go for the ram. He does, but he's going to splits. Ooh, so close. Was not able to. Jackson's put down the Panzer 4. Satcheling as well from the Penals. Oh, wait. Gets in close to hurt the Panther. Both the Panzer 4 and Panther goes down. Peanut is enough to reinforce, though. But still, That's a lot of losses. And right now, it looks like the Americans at least saved one Jackson, though the other one did perish. Panther, though, seeing an opportunity, moves on in. His T-34 can still come in. It's Vet 2. Maybe not the best versus a Panther, but it's still solid. It can go toe-to-toe for a few seconds. Plus AT from the M1 and the paratroopers with the bazooka. Sorry, paratroopers. Pathfinders with bazooka coming in clutch. I never thought that it would, but it's not only getting kills, it's actually hurting the armor. Okay, why not? Damn. Paratroopers covering with penals as well, moving on in. Only 2 penals, though. Again, Yellow took a lot of, not only losses with some of his armor, but also his infantry. That's really going to hurt him in the long run. Because, I mean, the Volk squad died as well. Yeah, but there's still 2 Vet 3 and 5 almost Dotton squads with up to 42 kills. That's a good amount. Penals will take back mid, hopefully keep the allies in the game. Axis, though, hoping to take right. No AT. They do not have Shreks. So, yeah, T-34 can do what it did best. Just run over motherfuckers. And, yeah, they are doing exactly that. But Panther moving in. No AT Overwatch as of yet. And AT forces are not in range. So, Sturm will just stay there because he knows he's relatively fine in a long-term engagement versus a Panther. T-34 backs on up. Panther keeps engaging. Brings down to half health. Another T-34 goes on in. Does bounce off the Panther, though, so don't expect it to turn the tide. Panther easily pens, but penals are there, and the Panther is no longer a viable option to engage those T-34s because this unit will, you know, fire long range with rifles and satchel him if he tries to close the gap. That gives the T-34 some time to heal. A T-gun as well, time to move on in. You still have to worry about that. What the hell is bouncing around the map? I think it's a wheel or a rock. And hopefully it gives time for... Yep, there's another Dushka. AT getting hit by the Werfer. Absolutely put down. Removing all AT by Blanco. Ovadi still has yet to lose a Grenadier. My God. His preservation has been so good this game. Werfers, even though they missed the number, they just need one solid hit. And that's all you need to put down an AT gun, an MG, an infantry unit. But Jackson trying his best to assist. Mortar carriage as well got put down. We got P-47s coming on in, but we still have AA by Peanut. Maybe he can put down this command tank. No, what's it? The Panthers always hit. Oh my God. Pathfinder does finally bring down the command tank. Damn. Actually, the AA gun might start firing on the infantry. Holy crap. Grenadier. Is Grenadier gonna die? We actually have a dead Grenadier. Holy God. Avadia's resources to spare, but still. That's a... I mean, he's also cutting off territory. Yeah. I mean, Werfer comes on in, but still they got it. Damn. Hold on. AT Overwatch. Wait. What? He rammed it? Did he... Oh, he just stunned it. Okay, that's unfortunate. AT trying to come on in. Gets put down by the Rakan Werfers. Yeah. Is able to retreat. AT Overwatch just not getting lucky with those rams, or maybe mines might be more effective, or AT grenades from conscripts. If you really want to go for the snare, and Vet 3 T-34 just slowly dying to Rakan Werfer. Tried to heal through it, did not work. Yep. And there goes Yellow. Pretty much, just when Blanco comes in with a good right hook against Ovadi, Ovadi just replenishes his losses. Both allied players are now, I mean, upper 40s now compared to the Germans in the mid-70s, right? So, it's a tough fight. The allies need to play super well, or the Germans need to fuck up majorly. Like, this needs to fire a shot and kill that Werfer from afar. Right, gets a very lucky insta-kill shot. Otherwise, they don't see it. If anything, he's about to make a crucial mistake and get Fausted. No! Oh, why? He doesn't go for the Faust. Surprised. Very surprised. Penals, push back the Sturm. Again, but you don't grab the territory. And even then, even if you satchel the Panther, I don't think it's going to be enough. Also, doesn't, like, PTRS rifles do some versus a Panther, but you really need to hit rear armor or something. Because really the satchel for snaring is the bigger thing. But maybe, I don't know, conscripts would have probably had a rough time versing the Obelsodaten. I don't know what you do. But you need a way to make sure you got the engine crit. Oh, this could be bad. Paratroopers are okay though. And they're moving on in, LMGs. At least the Allies are still getting a good amount of resources. Not as much as the Germans, especially in fuel. But, you know, they're at least keeping up with their specials in weapons and Air Force and all the AT Overwatches, etc. Jackson's... Oh, wait, no, it's just one Jackson being hit by 2 angles on the... Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Not enough AT. The Werfers were doing enough. Death by 1,000 cuts. And, yeah, there was enough time to where there was no AT, and now the armor's just punching through. There is an S-285 now. There's Jackson about to deploy, but it's too little, too late. And there goes the front. The Axis are quickly making do, killing caches, killing anything on the front they can. T-34 goes down. Mortar carriage will probably follow suit. And the Panthers are also escaping with more armor coming on in. I think that's it for the Allies. Yep, they just completely broke down and fell apart. Wonderful game. Really great game, I thought, overall. So, excellent job right there. What are we looking at for top damage and kills? I will say thank you to Alvadi for submitting this. Thank you for being a awesome Twitch subscriber and supporting my channel. Let's see. And also supporting me through content. Again, for those who don't know, Avadi's the one who helped me with, like, modding in terms of support for Clash of the Conscripts. I've helped him a number of times for his own tournaments, among other things. So he's been a great help to the channel, a great supporter financially and also through modding. So again, thank you, Avadi, for helping me over the years with everything. Double checking on damage. Yeah, top damage. We have Peanut with 69,700. Nice. Avadi coming in far lower, especially in kills. Good job there as well to Peanut. Or Chalsack? I don't know. Like, I want to say Cossack, but that's obviously not it. Anyway, Ciblanco, 50k damage, also top kills. I thought his Pathfinder stuff were exceptional, but I felt that Avadi's preservation with Grenadiers, good use of them, good support with the command tank, allowed him to go toe-to-toe and help. Pathfinders with, Pathfinders and stuff, I was actually surprised by how effective they were with AT. And also, Yellow had the potential to be very good with his armor and infantry, but I feel like never got the opportunity he really wanted. And I feel like an S-285, a Katusha, spreading out more so than just T-34s would have helped. But hey, that's just me. I thought his support equipment did pretty well, and I thought his penals did solid for what they were, especially putting down a lot of Peanut's forces. Avadi, I thought he actually needed to... Either they needed to tag team Avadi sooner, or I feel like Ciblanco needed to change something, because, yeah, just slowly but surely, Avadi was just not dying. He, like, overall, if I go through MVPs and stuff, Paratroopers, I would say, survived quite a bit. Good job with AT, it looks like, though they got shredded by the Werfers. Penals did solid. T-34's got a number of kills. That Vet 5 Panzer IV was also really solid, gotta say. But, again, also took heavy losses with his Volks, but never lost the Ober squads. Man, those I will say the Panthers had bad luck, though. They kept being satcheled. Avadi, again, Grenadiers, who lost one squad, but overall, okay, he lost his pack guns quite a bit. But yeah, preservation-wise, he did really good. Okay, in the beginning, not so much with the T-22s, but I thought later on he recovered nicely. But hey, again, what do you think? Leave your comments down below. If you want to support the channel, like, subscribe. If you want to submit a replay, my links are down below. But this has been Greyshot17. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Hello, everyone. This is Greyshot17, and before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, Big Cooch, Aphyria, Ace, Pyro Shark, Tony B 95, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support and helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.